Okay, round 2 of filming this. My hair was bugging the crap out of me, so I had to put it up. So anyway, hello everybody, my name is Shay. This is Rustic Goddess Resale, and today I'm sweating my butt off, but we are also going to be going over my best sales on Poshmark and eBay for the month of April, and we had quite a few. Like, you know, you go through the month and you're like, I don't know if I really have that many great sales, but then you total it up and you're like, actually I did pretty good. So I'm going to go through just some of the higher dollar sales or more interesting finds that I would like to highlight. And yeah, I think coming up soon, I'm going to have more time to film the weekly what solds, but that's just not my life right now. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to highlight is this vintage Extreme Gear Y2K men's casual long sleeve pullover sweater in a size large. Now this is the one from my recent haul where I was like, it's gonna be May. I mean, that's just what it reminds me of, because this reminded me of something that Justin Timberlake might wear. And guess what? It is the beginning of May, so I can say that. Out of all the memes, like the it's gonna be May one, I'll put it over here, is like the one that I never get tired of. Like every year it just brightens my day when I see it. But I got this at the bins and no one was grabbing it, which I was very surprised, but it sold for $30 plus shipping in a few days after I listed it, and the buyer was $42.03 all in, so that was a great profit for a bins find. That's like everything I want in a bins find is right there. Fast selling, it sells for 30 bucks plus shipping, and beautiful. The next thing that sold was this Carhartt denim bib overalls unlined workwear in a size 50-30. This is from my death pile. I am really, tomorrow is Thursday, and I'm really fighting the urge to go garage sailing. I don't need anything. I have so much stuff to list. So I'm probably not gonna go, but it's like another citywide that's close to me tomorrow, and I just am dying to go. But anyway, this was from my death pile. So list your death piles, guys, because this has been sitting in there for over a year and it sold super fast for $30 plus shipping. So the buyer was $48.15 all in. I find Carhartt like candy. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Everyone around here wears Carhartt, and there's a lot of farmers around here too. So I find Key and I find Carhartt all the time, and it sells for me really great. Now the Carhartt like button-ups don't sell very well for me, so I try not to pick those up unless they're like the canvas workwear ones. Like the plaid ones don't sell, but the workwear stuff does sell. So this next thing is this Free People off the shoulder red your type mini dress, and it didn't have a size in it, so I think that's why it was sitting for a long time. Plus, it's not really what I would think of when I think of Free People. It's not like super flowy, it's not super boho. I did get this in a ThredUp bulk mystery box when I got my first round of 200 pounds. And yeah, didn't have a size tag, didn't really have all that much going for it. I did price it at 40 bucks, so I may have priced it a little bit high, but somebody came in and bought it full price for $40 plus shipping. So the buyer was $48.91 all in. Again, this isn't something that I would have picked up out in the wild, but I did already have it, so I listed it, and I was only in $1, so it did work out. These Keen Whisper women's size 9 trail hiking sandals sold for $38 plus shipping, so the buyer was $50.40 all in. Keens just don't make sense for me, okay? I find them all the time. People around here wear them because they're workwear, they're hiking wear. We do a lot of stuff outside. They're so expensive, and people buy them new all the time. But I have so many pairs in here that have been sitting forever, and it might just be the season, but like there's a few pairs I've had for over a year. Like they've passed through the prime spring and summertime hiking season, and they still haven't sold. And I have a lot of them priced at 25 bucks. Like these are great deals. So I have no idea why mine are not selling, and they're in good condition too. I only pick up Keens that are in like pristine condition. So I don't know. These ones did end up selling for a great price, but they've been listed probably 4 or 5 months. So I don't know. What do you guys do good with Keens? I feel like I want to pick them up because I know how expensive they are. Like my husband used to wear Keens for work boots all the time. They are so expensive. They're like $180 for a pair. And I just cannot. I even have a pair of Keen work boots and I have them priced at $100 and I haven't really even gotten any offers on them. It's just weird. The next one are the 7 for All Mankind Dojo Women's Casual Low-Rise Flared Leg Denim in a size 24. I just hauled these in my garage sale, a couple garage sale hauls ago, I'm pretty sure. They were only listed for, I think, a couple of days before I got an offer. Actually, no, the same day I listed them, I got an offer for $40 plus shipping, so I jumped on that. I was only $5. I was $5 in on these. The buyer was $52.19 all in. Great, great sale. This Coach Hampton Soho Satchel black leather shoulder bag sold for $35 plus shipping. So the buyer was $53.59 all in. This is from my auction haul that I also probably recently had a couple of weeks ago, where I bought a bunch of Coach, a bunch of Brahmin, and a few other brands of bags. I think I priced a lot of them too high because a lot of them were new with tags. They're moving a little bit slower than I would like them to, but this one sold for full price because it really wasn't that desirable of a style. So I was happy with that. This Agoldi jeans crisscross waist denim miniskirt in a women's size 27 sold for $45 plus shipping. So the buyer was $58.80 all in. I think I paid $20 for this, and honestly, I had it listed for $75. I had a lot higher hopes for this, but honestly, I don't know if it was the lighting or my photos or anything. It just was not moving fast. I listed that close to 6 months ago now. So I don't know if it was just the season that I listed it in, but I list everything all seasons. I don't really have a problem with off-season things selling, so I don't know on that one. This Michael Kors Grayson large satchel mirror metallic chocolate brown bronze handbag sold for $45 plus shipping. So the buyer was $58.92 all in. This was also in my death pile. I had gotten this at a garage sale for $15, so that was a great profit. Don't have things hanging out in your death pile forever, because I could have had that money to pay bills and put back into my business a long time ago, like last summer. This Free People Joyel 100% cotton midi dress in pink, peach, boho, Lagenlook. Those are all the keywords that I used. In a size small, sold for $50 plus shipping. So the buyer was $60 all in. I did pay $16 for that at Style Encore, but honestly, like, I've been having better luck selling my higher end stuff that I find at Style Encore than the lower end stuff that I cannot get rid of. So like, the lower end buyers are not spending money currently, but the higher end buyers are. So like, I just sold a gown for $210 plus shipping this morning. So like, people still have money to spend, but it's just not the people that are buying American Eagle jeans that are spending money right now. These Very G Libra Taupe Leopard sandals in a women's size 10. These were new with box, sold for $48 plus shipping. So the buyer was $61.69 all in. This was actually left over from when I owned a boutique. So I had a few pieces that I didn't want to just like donate or take to the buy sell trade, because I knew that they would sell eventually. And these took forever to sell. I've had these listed for a long time, over a year, and someone came in and bought them full price. So riddle me this. It doesn't matter. I see people say list multi-quantity stuff. It'll save you time. It'll make you money over and over and over again. When I list multi-quantity items, like some of these shoes were multi-quantity, they sit forever. Like, I don't know if I'm listing them wrong and like it's moving down in search, but I even tried this with jeans. Like, I had some jeans listed multi-quantity, okay? And I broke them up and listed them separately, and they sold way faster listing them separately on eBay than they did when I had them in multi-quantity. So like, I kind of have proof that I don't know what's going on. I hate multi-quantity listings. They never move for me. So if you have the same frustration, I don't know, try breaking them up and selling them individually. Just change up the title a little bit so it doesn't look like a duplicate listing. But anyway, that is my experience with multi-quantity. I'm not a fan. Now, multi-quantity on Poshmark rocks. I love multi-quantity on Poshmark, but eBay, just for some reason, it sits. These Doc Martens Shoreditch leather ankle boots in a women's size 9 sold for $50 plus shipping, so the buyer was $62.61 all in. After my cost of goods, I only profited $3.66 on the sale, and not every single thing that I buy from Style Encore and Plato's Closet works out. I thought these were going to sell for $90, like, sure thing. These sat... they've only been sitting for a couple months now, but like not even an offer, no interest at all. This person came in at $50. I decided to let them go and take that as, I don't know, and just take the money to put back into something else. The item are these Citizens of Humanity premium vintage Corey slouchy slim jeans in a dark wash size 29. I paid $20 for these at Style Encore and they sold for $50 plus shipping. So the buyer was $65.19 all in, and they sold in like 2 days. So that is a great flip for me. Double my money pretty fast after. So this is a great sale, and this is why I love going to garage sales, because I found these new and sealed Young Living Deep Relief Essential Oil Roll-Ons for $2 a piece. So I was $4 in, and I sold them in a lot of 2. Now, be aware, Young Living, I have gotten a Vero on in the past, and Young Living claimed that I had a counterfeit oil. They were my own oils that I had bought from the company back when I was not anti-MLM, and so obviously it wasn't fake. It came directly from the company. It was mine. So I don't know. I listed them like these were going for $65 for 2. I listed them at $62 just to get them moving super fast. And it worked because these were only listed less than a week and they sold full price. So the buyer was $67.50 all in and I was in $4 on that. So gotta love that. It was an easy listing, no measurements, and it sold super fast. These Brooks Launch 7 USA Stars and Stripes running shoes in red, white, and blue in a women's 10 sold for $60 plus shipping. So the buyer was $75.08 all in. I am mega picky with Brooks, but I knew these red, white, and blue ones would sell super fast. Their sell-through rate was over 100%, I'm pretty sure, and I paid $10 for these at a garage sale. They were only worn twice. They were in perfect condition. So those are all the factors that I have to take into consideration with Brooks, because early on in my reselling, I picked up Brooks in horrid condition, thinking that they would sell because they retail for so much, when really runners are so picky when it comes to condition of their running shoes. So this Free People Fable embroidered midi dress in a size medium blush with ivory embroidery sold for $65 plus shipping. So the buyer was $75 all in. And I think I paid $16 for this at Style Encore. I don't know about you, but I love me some Free People still. There's so many people that say don't pick it up. I still, even with some of the older styles that I used to buy at the Buckle when I worked there, I'm still having great luck with. So I don't know. This Brahmin soft checkbook wallet clutch in toasted almond, Croc embossed leather in brown sold for $85 plus shipping. So the buyer was $102.33 all in. And this was also from my big auction buy where I spent, around $700 for all these bags. So this is another one that sold, making, 1/7 of my investment back. Again, they aren't moving as fast as I want them to, but I did price them like pretty up there for price just to see what interest I would get. Now, they have a lot of watchers, but I am just holding out hope that they're going to sell. This Emerson Fry India Collection Mia Market midi dress in a women's size medium, new at tag, sold for $100 plus shipping. So the buyer was $110 all in. Now I paid $25 for this after my 10% discount at Style Encore. So those are the kind of flips that I love. $25 into a $100 sale. Low risk, high reward, and normally these brands sell pretty fast. Emerson Fry, I have sold out of all the dresses that I bought. I bought 4 and they all sold within a month for $90 to $110. So beautiful, great brand. I love those kinds of flips. This MTH Rail King Z Controller Illuminated Lock-On Z1000 Hobby Transformer Lot. I found this at a local auction. I love shopping our local auctions around here because it's estate sales. not a lot of resellers live in my area, which is really nice. And so people aren't bidding things up like in the bigger town auctions where you have a lot more competition. I have an advantage because there's not a lot of resellers around here that are bidding on these local auctions. So I got this whole lot for I think $15 and it sold for $100 plus shipping. So the buyer is $124.20 all in. And again, I got so many lowballs on this, but I just stuck to my guns. I think I priced it at $150 and I let it go at $100 after a couple of weeks because I was sick of offers coming in on it. I was getting like one or two a day of like $50, $40. It was rough. I was like, I know what my stuff's worth. You are not going to take advantage of me. This Emerson Fry India collection Friday Flowers Lucy dress in a women's size large, new at tags, sold for $100 again plus shipping. So the buyer was $110 all in. Again, I paid around $25 for this. Emerson Fry is an amazing brand. This next one is this Americraft West Bend WI quality stainless steel cookware 12-inch large skillet USA. So I've gotten comments on my videos that no one can find anything good at Goodwill anymore. Like, there's nothing good there. People are picking out the good stuff and they're putting it on shopgoodwill.com. Well, let me tell you, this was $4.99. And yes, I had to wait a couple months for it to sell. I think I found this in February, but that is still a great turnaround time for a larger item like this. So I paid $4.99. I got a $153 offer. So the buyer with shipping was $179.34 all in, making this a $121 profit. Love those kinds of sales. And I'm just here to tell you that there's still good stuff at your Goodwills. I live in Iowa. My Goodwills are not stellar. So just keep in mind, there is stuff to find out there. Okay, now we're going to go through Poshmark sales, and I never think Poshmark is like the best platform. I always think eBay is way better, and honestly, with sales, eBay is way better, but we did have quite a few large sales for the month of April on Poshmark, so let's get started. So this first one, and again, this has been in my death pile for over a year. I'm so embarrassed, but it's this Henry Bendel Lavender Leaves 9.4 ounce candle. I found this on my thrift trip to Minnesota a year and a half ago, and it's been sitting in my room, and it's like the most easiest thing to photograph. I think I had it downstairs before I had my little house, and I was like, my kid is gonna break this, so I put it up here in my room, and it sat in the corner forever. So that's why it hadn't gotten listed. I would look at it in the morning and say, oh my gosh, I need to list that, and then would forget about it. So this candle in a few days sold for $75, and my earnings were $60. I think I paid $4.99 for that thing. So anyway, Henry Bendel is not made anymore, so if you find anything, they have to buy it. The buyer has to buy it on the secondary market, so good to know. And yeah, I've never found Henry Bendel bags, but I did find the candle, and it sold really great. It's Coach Saddle Pebbled Leather Tabby Shoulder Bag. Now, this is one of the newer Coach, and honestly, again, looking at my sales, I've sold 4 bags out of the big bag haul that I had, a few videos ago. So I am selling them. It just doesn't feel like I am. I don't know. Anyway, you tell me, like, if I didn't look at these numbers, I would say those bags are not moving, but in the past month, I've sold 4, so they are moving. They sold for $178, and my earnings were $142.40, so we love that. Hopefully she likes it. She hasn't accepted it yet, and she was kind of being picky about, she wanted me to zoom in on some photos and take additional photos, and I just didn't have time, so she did buy it anyway. Hopefully she's happy with it. This next sale is this Ibex Black 100% merino wool knit vest. And I think, yeah, it's a men's size large. It sold for my full asking price of $90, so my earnings were $72, and I paid $15 for this at Style Encore. Another Emerson Fry dress. It was the India collection Mia midi dress in the size extra small. It was new at tags. It sold for $90, so my earnings were $72, and I paid around $25 for that, so great profit. These Duluth Trading Company straight leg women's hiking pants. The only reason I'm highlighting this is that they sold in like a day. And they sold for my full asking price of $25. They were a women's size 16, so that may have affected it, but Duluth Trading Company stuff is expensive and people are willing to pay for it, especially in this season because it is hiking season and camping season. The next one is this Pomander Place tucker neck khaki short women's dress. I'll have to show you the picture over here. Poshmark doesn't give me like the full title when I'm looking at the sale, so that's why I'm kind of struggling a little bit. But I got so many low balls on this. Like, this thing had sold 5,000 times on eBay and people were not paying. Like, I would say 3 or 4 times this thing is sold on eBay and they didn't pay. So anyway, one finally offered me $55 and I thought that was good enough. I paid $12 for this at Style Encore and my earnings were $44. So that was a great sale. This other Coach Tabby shoulder bag in the black sold for $110, so my earnings were $88 even. Now, the only reason I sold it this low is because it did have some marks on the leather that I was not able to remove. I don't know what they were, if they were just like paint or something. But, I mean, it was like on the back of the bag, so it wasn't really a huge deal. But I went ahead and gave that buyer a good discount because of that. This New Flora Olive Taupe Linen Blend overalls. These were like a minimalist style and I'd never heard of the brand New Flora before, but I kind of went with my gut on it. I paid $15 for these at Style Encore and they sold for $54, so my earnings were $43.20 and I kept getting a million lowballs on that as well. But they had like, I think they had like 15, 16, 17 likes and they had like 12 watchers on eBay. So that is a brand to look out for because it got a ton of traction. This airy ribbed oversized corded pullover sweatshirt in a size medium. Now this is like ultra oversized. This came out of my closet and I am not a medium. So, and it was oversized on me as well. Airy stuff sells, I'm telling you guys. If I find it at garage sales, I am picking that stuff up because it's popular. And this used sweatshirt sold for $28 and my earnings were $22.40. And I paid $3 for that from a thrift store when I bought it to wear. So got some wear out of it and made a profit. So we love that. This Lululemon women's dark olive pullover. It was like a sweatshirt dress. It was a longer length. It was a size large. I thought, you know, I would wear it, but it didn't look good on me. So I went ahead and listed it and I paid $25 for it and it sold for $65 pretty quick. And my earnings were $49.98. So I pretty much doubled my money in a few days. I love when we turn a buy for ourselves into profit. Love that. This Eileen Fisher ultra fine 100% merino wool. It was like a cowl neck long sleeve shirt. It wasn't really a sweater. It was more of like a lightweight sweater-ish top. It was a size 3XL and it was new at tags and it sold for $144 even. So my earnings were $115.20 and I think I paid $25 for that piece. Love it. I love those kind of sales. And the last sale that I'm going to highlight for Poshmark is this Bambino Mio all-in-one reusable diapers in a lot of 6. And one thing to note is that eBay doesn't let you list used reusable diapers, but people still buy them. So I had to list them under like diaper bags on eBay just to kind of get around that. But I'm glad they ended up selling on Poshmark because, you know, I'm not going to get a ding for it if somebody found out. Like I would on eBay, but they sold for $64, so my earnings were $49.18 and I was $8 all in on those. So that was a great $40 profit. I love selling kid stuff, like anything that, you know, is expensive. So these reusable diapers, they're $40 a piece if you want to buy them retail, and they were in ultra clean condition. So if you do not care about using used things on your children, like I look at it as like pre-owned clothing for your kids. Like it's touching their skin just like clothes would. So anyway, great profits to be made on kid stuff. Anyway, those are my sales. I'm gonna post over here what my total sales were on eBay and on Poshmark, just to show you the power of cross-listing, because if I wasn't on Poshmark, I'd be missing out on all of these great sales. So anyway, if you like me, if you like videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!